honey, hey, it is your girl, Miss Leda, and welcome back to another video, honey. I hope you guys are having a fantabulous day because, you know, your girl definitely is. So, let's get into what this video is going to be about today. All right, y'all. So, today's video is going to be a video about Mr. Jayland Walker, who was 25 years of age and was shot and killed about a week ago and was hit with a barrage of bullets. He was hit 60 times and over 90 shots was fired at this young man. So we are definitely going to get into this, and I will tell you guys my thoughts, my opinions, and how I feel about this. So I hope you guys are ready for what I have in store for you.
Authorities in the city of Akron released about 18 minutes of body camera videos, each minute offering a different perspective, showing 8 responding officers before they opened fire, shooting and killing Jayland Walker. After the release of the footage, Akron's police chief said those officers will have to be accountable for each one of the shots they fired.
They need to be able to articulate what specific threats they were facing, and that goes for every round that goes down the barrel of their gun. And they need to be held to account.
Investigators over the weekend shared more about the possible perceived threat the officers faced during the pursuit, including a single gunshot that allegedly came from inside Walker's car while police were chasing his vehicle. They say this muzzle flash image captured by state traffic cameras is evidence, and investigators later recovered a shell casing at that scene. It was shortly after the car chase turned foot chase that you can see in this video those 8 officers opened fire with a barrage of bullets. Officers described Walker reaching for his waistband right before they shot him, according to the police chief. Walker was unarmed at the time of the shooting. The Akron Police Union released a statement saying the decision to deploy lethal force as well as the number of shots fired is consistent with use of force protocols and officers' training. The medical examiner's report showed Walker's body had at least 60 wounds as a result of gunfire. Walker's family attorney.
If you have a gun on you and you drop your weapon and leave and you see him running across the parking lot, you can't drop him and seize his body with bullets.
After the release of Bodycam footage nearly a week after the shooting, tensions flared, sparking a 4th day of protests in Akron.
What I did see is, him get out of the car and start running and people firing on him. And does it take that much?
Walker's family says they want to get justice for Jayland in a peaceful and dignified way.
We don't want any rioting or anything like that. We want answers. We feel that the pain, and personally I want to scream out and be mad, but what is that going to do? We want to take that anger, we want to use it for the benefit of systemic change.
All right, guys. So, I normally have questions that I will pose at the end of the videos, but this just is something that I couldn't wait to go ahead and address. Now, they made mention that there was a single shot fired within this gentleman's vehicle. However, not one person has been able to show, 1, the shell casing that they say that they retrieved, 2, where in the vehicle that this single bullet had actually hit, and 2, they have not shown any type of gun to be retrieved from within the car, from the area that he was chased. Somewhere this gun has to be readily available, but yet and still it has not been visibly seen. Now, if you have body cam footage, when you went back to that vehicle to search that vehicle, on that body cam footage, we ought to be able to see that single bullet that was shot within that car. We ought to be able to see where that single bullet had pierced some area of that car. We ought to be able to see the gun that was left behind. We ought to be able to see, You walking the path in regards to where this young man's body lies, and be able to see where he tossed the gun away. But we see absolutely none of that. So that leaves me a little bewildered and confused. It could have been anything that could have caused a flash within that car, but instead you presumed it to be a gun and a threat. Let's be real. If you have an iPhone and you get a phone call and it starts to ring, what happens? The phone starts to light up. If you are taking a picture or trying to record video footage of what is transpiring, you normally are going to have a flash on there because it's dark. So unless you can present to me where this bullet pierced something inside of this car, unless you can actually show me this single bullet, unless you can actually show me this gun, I call your bluff. I'm sorry. It sounds like a crock of shit to me. And I don't mean to cuss. Y'all have to forgive me. But it sounds like bullshit to me. It's one of those things that they just want to try to make themselves look better because of the fact that here it is. They shot this young man over 60 times. 60 times. This is asinine. That's crazy. But yet and still, the young man in Buffalo, New York, who had assault rifles on him, who came out with them pointed and was trying to kill himself, was not taken down. But this man, without any weapons on him, was hit 60 times. 60 goddamn times. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I don't get it. I can't understand that. And it pisses me off to no ends. Do I agree with the young man leaving and running away? No. But nowadays, guess what? You're terrified because you don't know what you're facing. You have no earthly idea what you're facing when you're pulled over. A number of protests have started to take place in Ohio. But what people fail to realize is they're starting to do all these protests because folks are starting to get fed up. Every time you look up, there is some African American man who is getting shot and killed by police, and they're unarmed. But yet you have these Caucasian gentlemen who have guns on them, assault rifles on them, yet they are allowed to be able to leave incidents without any hurt, harm, or danger done to their body. It's getting to the point where African Americans are starting to feel as if we are now in legalized slavery. Because every single time that we put in a complaint in regards to the overkill of our African American men, guess what? They get off. saying justifiable homicide. When is it going to cease and desist? So can I be mad at these people in Akron, Ohio for protesting? Absolutely not. Maybe if more of us start to protest and to stand on what's right, maybe we can cut down some of these killings. Maybe we can stop some of the stuff that is going on. They shut down the whole city because this man was shot 60 times. 60 times. But not one time have they been able to show any gun that was thrown when he was running, that was thrown out of the window during a car chase. They haven't been able to show where this alleged bullet was within the vehicle. They have not been able to show a handgun that was retrieved from the vehicle. They haven't even been able to show where it was a gunshot within the vehicle. Because if it took place, it's going to be lodged somewhere where you're going to see this gunshot within this car to justify why they reacted the way that they did. However, the young man wasn't running and turning around and shooting them, so he wasn't a physical threat to them. Not once do you see him shoot at the police. So again, he wasn't a physical threat to them. But yet they find it necessary to shoot at this young man 90 times, hitting him 60 times. Make that make sense. Again, do I agree with this young man running away? No. But it didn't take 60 damn bullets to get your point across. By no means did it take 60 bullets to get your point across. And this man wasn't shooting at you, which means he wasn't posing a threat to you. You said you seen a gunshot within the car, but he wasn't shooting at the police. The flash shows that it was from the side. The police was behind him. So make that shit make sense. Because I'm thoroughly confused. I don't grasp it. If he did not pose a direct threat, why in the hell was he shot 60 times? He was not running and shooting at the police officers. You never see him pull out a gun. If he already had the gun out and it flashed in the car, then guess what? He would have still had that same damn gun in his hand. And he would have been shooting to avenge his life. But none of that took place. So make that shit make sense. Y'all definitely have to forgive me, because these type of things get me riled up. And it really pisses me off to no ends. Because here it is, yet again, an unarmed black man was killed, and they posed no direct threat. Here it is, yet again, another family has to bury their child because the police saw fit to take their lives, and they posed no direct threat. You have to forgive me for getting upset when it bothers me to see stuff like this and then to wonder what is going to happen to my nephew or my brother or someone else's husband, my boyfriend, someone else's boyfriend, when they go outside of the house each and every time and they encounter police officers. It terrifies me. All I can do is say that it is time out, and it is truly time for us to pray, because these are careless times. And maybe if we all start to do like the people in Akron, Ohio, and start to do a civilized protest. Maybe we can get some answers, and maybe we can get things to slow down in regards to killing our unarmed African American men who don't pose a threat. This is all I have for you guys. All right, guys, so that is the end of this video. So until next time, I am your girl, Miss Leda, and I'm out this thing. Peace.